Hello and welcome to Valeriecation Yoga. My name is Valerie. For today's practice, you are going to want to have therapy balls. So I use the Role Model brand therapy ball. There are some other brands out there as well that do just as well. And you are going to be taking these balls out of the pouch that they come in. So depending on what brand you have, they may or may not have a pouch, but if they do, take them out of the pouch so you have one and then the other. So in pregnancy, when we want to get into self-massage techniques, it can be a little bit more difficult because we more than likely will not be doing this lying on the back or lying on the back for very long. So I'm here against a wall. You can find a wall as well that you could lean up against. It could also be the back of a couch or anything that's kind of flat that just gives you the space of your body to land. We are going to work together and have a sidewall here too to just kind of show you what it could look like from the side. We're working in through the upper body. Many of my mamas tell me that they have tension in through the upper body, shoulders, neck, back, that kind of area, as well as the hips. For this practice today, we'll do mainly upper body and see how that goes. So first, just take one of the balls. We're going to start in the front of the body, and you want to find your clavicle or this collarbone that runs from the breastbone all the way out to the outside of that top of the shoulder. You're going to take the ball. If you can get on skin, even better. If not, don't worry about it. And you're going to start near the breastbone and just roll the ball out and then back in again. So you get to decide how much pressure you put in or put on the ball. So if you like light pressure, it's just a little bit. If you want a little deeper, you're pressing your hand down on the ball as you roll back and forth. From here, we're going to take the ball and do an orange squeeze technique. And so it's like when you're squeezing an orange, right? In one of those old-fashioned hand press squeezers, you are going to be pressing down and then giving it a spin. So press down into the ball, give that ball a spin, and then find another spot along that line. So you're still staying up a little higher, so you're not on breast tissue. Breast tissue might be uncomfortable at this time to be rolling. If it's not, go a little lower, absolutely. But if it's uncomfortable, up higher is going to be your best bet. And you just have to do this a little bit, just a few rounds. I usually go about 3 times. And then you're going to rest the ball down, let your hands rest on either side, and then check into what you feel on the side you worked and the side you didn't. Typically, the side we worked, as you can see, it's actually my left side, but I mirror you, so right side is what you'll see, is the shoulder is lower and the other shoulder is a bit higher. Let's do the other side, right? So you are going to identify that little muscle, and if you like to know what things are, that's called the supraclavicus, right? Clavicle. And then from the in to the out and back in again. Just enough pressure. One side may have wanted something different than this side. Good. Once you finish that, we have that orange squeeze technique. Press and then give a spin. So what this does is it's actually lifting your connective tissue up and away. The connective tissue will be underneath the skin. It's part of the skin too, but we'll not get into that level of detail. But you're giving it a little pull and a squeeze. It's like you're rinsing, getting a lot of good hydration into the area. Okay. From here, ball comes down, shoulders, you can see my shoulders are both relaxed about the same amount. And then just take a couple of shoulder circles, check to see how that feels. At the same time, you're checking into the back line of the body and closer in toward the spine. So let's try our second position. And we're gonna have a furry friend come in and out of this because my dog Russell loves to be part of this ball rolling experience. Don't you, Russell? Don't you, Russell? Okay, sit down, lay down, lay down, lay down. There we go. All right, so from here, the next time we bring the ball, we'll be against the wall this time. We want the balls to be kind of popping up above the shoulders. We're getting into upper traps, which are right here. So if you like just place your fingers here and feel around, you're gonna feel if they're tense or not, right? So you're gonna be up against the wall. So you have that kind of pressure of the balls at the wall. Yeah, you want some belly rub. And then we are going to have one of the balls on one side. So you see it kind of like poking up the top a little bit, and then on the other side. And then from here, you're just gonna wait. Just press back into the balls. Find your most comfortable seat. I'm in cross-legged. By no means is that the only way we can do this. And then you're just gonna slide side to side. Now the balls are gonna move because they're round and we're round. So anytime they do move, like see this one creeping up, I'm gonna just gently nudge it down. Same with the other, and just go side to side again. The next one is be shoulder shrugs. We're gonna shrug the shoulders up and then relax them back down. You can press into the balls when you relax the shoulders down if you want to. Try that again. Now, all along, the breath is going to be really easeful and smooth, right? So hopefully you had a moment to take a couple breaths before you started this class. All right, go back to that sway side to side. Okay. And then we're going to reach the arms out in front of you, lift them up along the wall, and then back down again. Give Russell a little love. Lift them up and back down. We're going to try that one more time. Good. Next time, reach the arms to the shoulder distance, and you're going to reach them out wide and then back in. Wide and in. Next time the arms are wide, switch to dial the arms down along the wall and back up. Ooh, feel some spider webs I didn't get to in my cleaning over here. Doesn't that happen when we're at home, right? You sort of see the dust and everything, yeah. All right, arms along the side, beautiful. Take the balls out. Take a moment to just sit up really nice and tall. You might be off or on the wall, and just feel the effects of that. Beautiful. We're gonna try the next one. The next one, the balls are down just a little bit lower, about an inch down from where we started. So you're gonna slide the balls underneath again. This might be a meatier area. I know for me, it is. Where I kind of feel that a little bit more, and we're gonna go back to that side to side slide. So now you don't see the balls poking up and up above my shoulders. They're a little bit down so that it kind of show you, if I lift my arm here, oh, you can't really see it there either. Let me show you a side view here so you get a better idea of the location. You have to move Russell to that location of the ball here. See, a little further down. Before we were up a little higher, now we're lower down, and here we go. Slide it side to side. See that? That's where that ball's gonna be. So as you slide side to side, ooh, you're gonna get into some of that meaty tissue again. All right? And I'll just stay here because I'm in a good spot. Russell's taking up my other spot now. He's decided it's time. All right. And then again, balls are gonna move around, right? So as long as you're not on the spine and you're not on the shoulder blade, you're doing really good things. All right, from here, reach the arms out in front, reach them up, and bring them down your side. Again, you're reaching up, down along your side. And then you'll start reaching them out, bring them back in, reach out and back in, and then out and down the wall. Good, reaching back up and then down the wall. You can do this one arm at a time, like I'm demoing. You could do it both arms at the same time. Sometimes it depends on the space we have for practice. Russell is fully taking up my spot, so I am limited here. Right? All right, slide them out, pause, check to see how that feels. Maybe a little bit more release is happening a little at a time, right? And then we'll come into that third position. So I'll show you on the side. We're getting closer toward the rhomboids. So the rhomboids oftentimes are where we have so much tension. The rhomboids are going to be a little bit more toward that inside of the shoulder, kind of down here as the shoulder starts to crest but doesn't turn in yet, okay? So you are going to position those. I'll do my best to show you what I'm talking about here. So it's just about another inch down. Remember, look, it's not that much lower than we've been doing, but we did make a lot of progress from the top of the shoulder. And the same thing, you're gonna rock side to side here. Rock, rock, rock. Just feel. There can be so much stickiness, it feels like rope in there, right? So if you are at a desk all day, or at the end of the day, you find that you round forward and it's really hard to stay upright, that's understandable. There's changes in your spine when you're pregnant. There's changes in the whole body. Baby's getting bigger every day, so it's understandable. But it does have effects on the body. So we're working into these. And not all of us have access to massage, right? So this is a great way of taking a moment to massage yourself. The balls are usually pretty affordable, or you can ask them for a gift if you just don't want to spend that much money. They're usually about $15, depending. And there's lots of different ones. So if you use the roll method, I would suggest getting the plus balls. I know some people who get alpha. Alpha are a little bigger than the plus balls, but I would get the plus balls. These ones I'm using today are a little smaller. The smaller the ball, usually the more intense. Okay, so let's take those arms again. We're gonna be reaching up. This time, we're gonna do a little different with the arms. So first, you're gonna reach up and overhead, down along your side or in front of you like I'm doing here, and then up again. We wanna stay inside of the shoulder blade when we come into this position. So we're not gonna do those big arm movements out. We're gonna reach the arms forward and then puff the upper back like you're going into like a cat pose, and then hug the shoulders down again. So it's like a little cat-cow into the back. You can even bring your hands above your head or around your ears and hug and draw the arms in and then back. That's an awesome one to do to get into this area. Wonderful, release that. Slide out those balls again, or just let them drop if you want to. So you get into this, it gets a little bit more difficult to get the balls out. You're gonna take a soft, easy breath while you're here. Nicely done. And then let's work with the hands. And then we'll have one more spot along the back if you wanna try and explore that. So with our hands, we're gonna have a ball, one hand per ball, right? Place your hand on the floor and begin to rub. So let my other hand be that floor. You're gonna rub your hand really around the base of the thumb on that ball. So you're just like pressing and then releasing there. Pressing and releasing. Russell's interested. Probably looks like a really good place to play. He's not really a ball guy, but I think he could become one if we give him time. Okay. All right, let's try the other side. Again, you have your hand. Pressing the ball, and I'll try to show you what I'm doing with my hands here. Hopefully that comes across on the screen. It's like a kneading motion, like if you've ever kneaded dough, kind of that kind of thing. Here, I'll show you here. You can see it a lot better here now that the Russell has moved. All right? He's off screen a little bit. Maybe his butt's on screen. Good. And then release that. I want you to take the ball in your hand, give it a grip, give it a squeeze, and then release. Squeeze and release. A couple more of those. Those pincers, right? That might be starting to diminish throughout the pregnancy. Later in pregnancy, it's really hard to grip. That's why we drop so many things, right? Try that on the other side. Just keep those muscles active. Good. And then I promised you one more position along the back. So we are getting further back behind. So I'll show you the side. We've worked down the spine, and now we're kind of below the shoulder blade. So if you feel around and you can feel your shoulder blade, we're right down below it here. This is going to be a little more bony than some of the other areas of the upper back. I'll show you on the side so you can see it there too. You're going to slide the ball right below the shoulder blades. You're down low. See how low I am? Really down and low. You can even go lower than that if you feel like, yeah, you know what, I want a little something different. Russell's waking up to that. And we're gonna rock a little side to side. Now he's gone back to sleep. Yeah, his practice is mainly restorative at this point. We're not doing active. He's 13, so he's taking it as it comes. So it's that rock side to side again, right? Again, keep the ball up, down, lower. Go lower too if you want to. So sometimes You know, it's not those lower rhomboids, it's more of the QL area or the side of the back that you're holding and bracing as everything is rounding forward. So always feel free to be creative. You've taken the time to do this. Why not get creative with all of that? Good. And so as you're finding your spot, you can always lean into it too. Like maybe you lean into it. And then this is where I really like the shoulder circles. So you're gonna take some shoulder circles. So you'll feel if you are hugging the ball with the shoulder blades, you're too high, right? You want to have it a little bit lower as you take the circles, and then reverse those circles. And you can press into your back if you want. And then we are gonna like press the palms forward, puff, and then release the elbows back. Try that again. Puff, you might tuck the belly and release, and then try one more of those, puff, and then release. Nice, slide them out. Pause. Oops, mine is doing weird things. Get the balls over to the side. Relax and release here. Take a few breaths. If there's a stretch that you want, maybe a side body stretch, you could take that now. And you've given yourself a really good, I'm looking at the time, probably about 15, 16 minutes of ball rolling. If you do this, whenever you feel tense, once a week would be great if you can make it once a week. Every other week, if not, getting this in can really help release some of that tension in the back body and also help you open up the front body a little bit more. And this is not just for pregnancy, this is really for anybody, but really good at pregnancy because we don't have to lay down on the back. We're not putting that much pressure on the back that way. Thank you so much for joining me. It's been a pleasure and just having a really good time with you ball rolling. I will see you next time. I'm Valerie with Valorization Yoga, and this is Russell with Valorization Yoga.